Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening grain comments for Wednesday, the 13th day of May. Well, let's hope that um, the 13th is going to be a good day for the grains. President just landed in China. He is going to meet tomorrow and then Friday. Um, Overnight, after basically shaking out all the shorts and gapping open higher, um, July wheat Chicago is actually down 3 cents after hitting 683. KC, that's really where the fireworks are. 941, excuse me, 941. There's a Freudian slip. Hit 750 overnight. Now it's back to 741. Of course, everybody wants to see the $8 print now. That's the way the human being's mind is. Once you get to 750, you got to see 8, right? So anyway you cut it, that was a very surprising data dump by the USDA when it came to the wheat. Overnight, I just, we've got 1209 and a half in Novi beans. The old contract high is 1241. Um, there's a couple old highs that 1212, then 1221, then 1241. So it continues to creep higher despite all of the, fundamentals out there. Crush has been really good because of the demand for bean oil, and that's not going to go away anytime soon because of the legislation. People are very, amped up about biodiesel. Dees corn, that's really what I want to talk about this morning. Dees corn, 504 and a half. Contract high is 512. Is there another 8 cents left in this market? We'll see. If it gets above 510, 511, it's where we settle, but we're kind of running into the ether up here. So that's good. Good, good, good. We started the year at 445, right? So this is what we want. It's only the middle of May, and we still have, at least 6 solid weeks ahead of us of potential weather issues. So considering where we were in January and where we are now, I can say that it's a much better place to be than we had imagined back in January. Remember how depressed and upset people were after that January USDA report, where corn dropped 30 cents in 2 days. The managed money continues to come in on the long side, so I know everybody loves to hate speculators when they're short, but they are with you now. So they are betting with you now. They are the wind at your back. One of these days, they may turn around and be the rain in your face. So be prepared for that. If you're a farmer or producer, you're always bet long. You always want higher prices. Who doesn't? What you're going to try and do is make good cash sales, number one, and also stay with this trend as long as possible. Best way to do that is to make cash sales when you want to, but on your unpriced grain, roll up your floor. I mean, we started out this year with, wanting to protect, believe it or not, 430 corn. Now everybody, if you want to, you can protect 480. We started out this year protecting, 1040, 1030 beans because the low was 1055. Now we're at $12. So roll your floor up. There's a cost associated with it, but if you if you can buy a higher dollar, if you can buy $1 worth of higher prices, right? Protect $5,000 worth of revenue by spending, 25 cents or less. If you're doing that, if you're doing 4 to 1, that makes sense because if and when we ever sell off, and if you don't think we can sell off, go back and look at 2008, 2009. We had the tremendous rally and the tremendous collapse, and nobody knows if that's going to happen again. But roll up your protection if you can, even if you roll it up on a third or a half. If and when this market was to fall out of bed, it could be, your best. It's a business decision. So at this point, it's a business decision. How much of your revenue do you want to protect? We started off the year with doom and gloom. At least now we've got something uh, approaching something that's interesting. So it's a good place to be. We'll hopefully President Trump can walk away from China with a new deal. If you look at the list of people that went over there with him, they're the head of Cargill is over there. I mean, it's about 10 companies that went with him, looking to cut trade deals. So cross your fingers. Hopefully get something done. Now in the protein complex, We came under pressure yesterday. Obviously, one day the tariffs are off, the next day the tariffs are back on. We did come under pressure. We've got some old lows that we're looking at in August feeder cattle. If we were to take out last week's low at 54 half, that was the low on April 23rd. So I guess that was actually 2 weeks ago. If we take out that 355 area, you could see some more long liquidation. It feels like, despite the fact that cash is strong, the futures market is uh, looking at rolling over here. I'm not calling a top. I hope we could turn around and go screaming higher. We've seen that before. But if we start coming under pressure, you could see some more long liquidation. And I mean, let's face it, you've got August fat cattle at 241. The high up there was 251. Are you going to cry crocodile tears if you didn't sell at 251? No. What you don't want to be doing is holding on to cattle if it's back down to 197, which is where we were in November. So set a hedge. Stay, if you're a producer, actually, stay long. You're long by the nature of your business, but keep your puts underneath you. So the protein complex was under pressure yesterday. We'll see if that continues today. Right now, the outside markets are pretty calm. You got the S&P still trading at 74.30. Had a high of 74.55 last night. It's basically at all-time highs, guys. So the stock market's in good shape. That's one thing to really watch with the cattle. In the crude oil market, right? That's been driving everything. We're back up above $100, 102. There's a little wedge there out in crude. If we were to get above 110, that would probably continue to be friendly for the grains as well. So if you're a farmer producer, we've got nearly 3-year highs in new crop corn and new crop beans. Nearly there. So it's a good place to be. Uh, Take advantage of it. Roll up your puts if you can. Have a good rest of the day. Take care.